Yo, welcome to the stream, Kadir. With flipping, I guess you're meaning reselling. And best items for this are definitely F-coin items. They are the less risky items. So really good are, for example, AMs, all kinds of upgrade scrolls, and also if you can open like a shop full of power-ups before siege in front of the siege arena, this is also always a good idea, because people that are like only needing like, for example, a couple power-ups can buy it there as well. So yeah, in your video you say that you just need to have 60 dex level 60. Is that with ringmaster buffs? This is only if you're playing 1v1 Yo-Yo Jester. I would not recommend playing 1v1 Yo-Yo Jester at level 60, but it is a 1v1 guide. Welcome to the stream, Jay-Z Bill. Welcome back to the stream, Gabriel. Yeah, I guess this Saturday I can play Siege for real. So it's not going to be as embarrassing when I was like completely wasted at my friend's house. So would you recommend doing the quest to get to level 65 then using yo-yos? Dude, you can do the quest from 60 to 65 and then you're full strength using multi-step all the way until you can afford a nice cruiser set and a historic yo-yo. Only if you have the cruiser set and the historic yo-yo, you're going for 1v1. This is my personal playstyle. I think that's the best. Do you think F-coin will increase permanently compared to Penya? Yes, of course. F-coins are constantly rising. For sure. And I always said Flyff Universe is not pay to win, it's pay to progress. But now with the release of the stupid soul-linked shop, it is heavy pay to progress and now has pay to win futures in it as well. So yeah, that's it. Like, you cannot defend this game anymore. They basically shoveled their grave. What plus on the cruiser? Doesn't really matter. Like, all you have to consider is, do you have enough hit rate to not miss on the mobs? If your current plus on the cruiser set is enough for this, you're fine. If not, give it another plus. So for example, if you're having a +5 set, it is 10% hit rate. I tried to level with a +5 Nadion, it was not good enough, so I made a +6. And the 20% hit rate was fine, I almost never miss. That's why I stopped upgrading my PvE gear and will now focus on the PvP gear. What is the Soul Link shop? At the moment, there's only minor things that are going to come into the Soul Link shop, like AMs, some power-ups and such, or maybe like a rare CS pad whatsoever. But overall, if they're going this route, you can already expect that there's going to get all kinds of other different shit that's going to be put in there. So yeah, definitely something to keep your eyes open. And if it gets too bad with the Soul Link shop, like for example adding really crazy stats CS fashion that you can only get this way and is permanently Soul Linked and stuff like this, then if I would be a free-to-play player, I would quit the game instantly. CV-Yo-Yo is good with full strength level 60 Yo-Yo Jester. It gives 20 hit rate. No. And if you're full strength at level 60, you use multi-step. And once you are having the historic Yo-Yo and cruiser, you will use auto attacks. And by this point, the 20 hit rate is useless. Okay guys, so let's get it rolling. We have 102 attempts, so I expect to get the set to +9 and maybe 1 or 2 parts to +10. We would definitely, if we're getting a full set +10, we would be really, really lucky. But I hope that we're at least getting the full set +9 and then maybe 1 or 2 pieces to +10. To make up for all the bad luck that we had already. And as always, we are starting with the suit, since suit gives the overall highest defense. So when you're upgrading a set to pluses and you do not have enough funds to go all the way to +10 or to your desired level, always make sure to upgrade the suit first. How many euro did you put in the game yet? I am at 1.6k euros so far. And I don't know, because the upgrade level of my staff, of my gear, does not equal like all the cash I put in. We've been so crazily unlucky when it comes to upgrading and such. Just look at this. We are already 40 tries in. Like, we're supposed to be at the second part to +9 already. We still didn't even get the first one. Now we finally got it. Okay, this was a fast one. I like it. Was brauchst du, um die Sockel in die Suit zu machen? Für die Sockel brauchst du Power Dice 8, G-Protect und einen Arsch voll Geld, weil ein Try kostet, sage ich mal so, zwischen 1 und 2 Mille. Can you switch gear during siege? No macro. Can you get banned for this? No. You cannot get banned for switching gear, but you can get banned for switching with a macro. Because macros are currently illegal. They are still debating with all the switch topic and whatsoever. Because for example on Flyff PC, you're freely able to switch with a macro, no questions asked or whatsoever. And it's weird that they're having different rules for basically the same game and the same publisher. And every PvP player wants to switch with macro, of course. And Gala would be ridiculously stupid to not allow it. Because what happens when you allow switch? People will have to make multiple gears. This means my Jesus set will become a tank gear with 28% HP in the cards. And my Katria set will become a damage set, and I have to upgrade this to +10, 28% attack as well. So overall, like if they would not allow switching, they would basically lose income. And for allowing switching, you don't have to do anything. All they have to do is erase one sentence in their terms of service, and that's it, and they would earn more cash. But I don't know what they're like discussing so much about it. Don't get it. Okay, so do you think they will bring the new PvP arena to Flyff Universe? I don't know what the new PvP arena is, so I cannot answer. Got my Oscars +10, it's way too expensive for each try, I think. Well, then good luck to you, or like good job for you that you managed to do it. As you just seen right here, we got a +9 set now, but that was all of our blessed luck that we got right here. And now, on average, we would need to farm about 200 tries to get this to +10, this set. And 200 tries just in Power Dice 4, just in Power Dice 6, is currently a fortune. We will see, maybe someone is selling a lot of Paradise 6 today, and we can buy them for a reasonable price. Because I'm not paying like 1.6 mil for Paradise 6, that's ridiculous. Okay, how to, like, I don't think the 500k is the issue. Because they do need to add Pena things in the game, so the inflation doesn't hit too hard. The issue is that the 500k is not dynamic. So basically the upgrade costs should always be equal to a certain percentage of total cash that is around in the game. Oh, we got a free Paradise 6. So basically our next goal is having 200 Paradise 6. And then with 200 Paradise 6, we will need 40k of each material, and we will need another 100 million raw cash. And then we can go for our +10 attempt. And we have time to farm all this or like sell with F points or whatsoever until before Siege tomorrow. Because I'd really like to Siege with a +10 set, because the +10 set gives another 10%, another additional 10% HP, and this can be really handy. The block is not as good, or like the 1% attack, but the 10% HP on top of what we got already is really nice. Okay, so let's take a look at if I missed some questions in the chat. Almost got to 30. I haven't played Flyff in years. I missed the grind. Yeah, people always miss the grind until they are actually in the grind. And then they are like, I don't know, let's say most people quit at about level 80 because the grind is too hard for them. That's the average quitting level, if you can say this. Best way to farm Dice 6? I would just level normally. Because why the power Dice 6 is so hard to get, that's why I said just level normally, because you will get EXP and you will drop dices. It's not worth going somewhere specific to farm dices. And no, I will not buy power Dice 6 for 1.4 mil. I think I can get them for 1 to 1.2 mil if I buy a huge amount and pay in F coins. So, yeah. Power Dice 6 wird definitiv noch ein Ticken teurer werden und dann wird der Preis droppen, ungefähr. Und wenn der Preis dann droppt, dann ja, ist man besser ausgestiegen, ne, aus dem Spaß. Drop rates for dices in dungeons are only slightly better, so it's... If you want to farm dices, basically, dices only, that's all you care, then go into a dungeon. But if your main character, for example, is not 120, I would never go in a dungeon to farm. Gibt es zurzeit eigentlich stärkste Klasse für PvP? Ich würde sagen, derzeit die stärkste Klasse für PvP ist Bildposter. Dadurch, dass man nicht switchen kann, Bildposter spielt sich mit Ratio halt am besten, ne? Der kann so eine Ratio bekommen von irgendwie 30k HP, 25k Saal ohne Switch. Damit macht er, sage ich mal, 70% der Leute im Siege einfach platt mit One-Shot und die anderen kann er alle mit einem Ringmaster, der mit ihm teamt, über HC kriegen. Keine andere Klasse kann das. Der einzige Grund, warum Jester zurzeit mehr Punkte macht als ein BP ist, weil quasi noch viele Leute drin sind mit schlechtem Gear und die Jester die einfach rausfarmen können. Sobald alle Leute Max Gear sind und ein bisschen PvP-Erfahrung haben, wird Jester sehr, sehr stark abfallen und eher Bottom Tier sein. Is it worth to use Guardian Yo-Yo until 75 or should I use reduced level scroll on his Yo-Yo? If you have an his Yo-Yo and a scroll, you always use the Yo-Yo at 65, because this will allow you to go back from auto-attacking, from using skills to auto-attacking, and that's so much more relaxed. Dang, PG6 is 400k on Lawwolf, man. To team here is so expensive. Yeah, thanks for telling, KUB, but for 4 dices I cannot go anywhere. That's not worth it. Well, people are starting to upgrade their stuff. And so some person was pretty clever. He bought before when the, what's it called? When the F-Coin increase with the reduced top-up event got announced, then he bought all the Power Dice 6 in the city, all of them. And then he was basically able to dictate the new market. How much did you sell your Hyperset plus 8? I never owned a Hyperset plus 8. I was playing with the most crappy Hyperset I could imagine, and I have no idea why I did this. It was a Hyperset plus 5, a bit of strength statted, and only 6% attack. It was a really, really crappy set. And I was like, oh, I don't want to upgrade it. I'm getting the 105 set soon. I'm getting the 105 set soon. And then it took forever to find the suit. Forever. And then I overpaid the suit by so much. Like, yeah, really bad decision making there. Was ist los? Was ist los? Dein Essen ist in der Schüssel, Schatzi. Du kannst es einfach essen. Du musst nicht hier sein und aufs Essen betteln. Fräulein. Das ist in der Schüssel. Das Essen ist in der Schüssel. Yeah, that's the thing. If I wouldn't have searched for such long, I would have never paid this ridiculous price. But it is how it is. Can I join your guild? Well, you can at least apply. Alright, I almost forgot that we have to get the wind upgrade first on the yo-yo. Then we can go. Not paying attention. Already a bit sleepy today. Bit sleepy today and the party didn't even start it. That's not good. Not good, not good, not good. Könnt ihr mal einen Kaffee oder so? Ich trinke keinen Kaffee. Wird schwierig mit Kaffee. Ich trinke... So, das klingt jetzt ein bisschen weird, ne? Also im Normalfall trinke ich immer nur Wasser. Und wenn ich saufen will, eigentlich nur Cocktails, Wodka, sowas. My suit? No, my suit is 16% attack and I will not put any and I will not put lightning 7% in PvE suit before my PvP gear is not fully finished. Because at 105 leveling is not as important anymore for PvP. And I rather want to get my gear finished first, and then once I have all my PvP gear, then I will level up the rest to 120. Will you do a guide for Goku? There are already guides for Shield and Sword Knight. The beginner guide is available for free, and the advanced guide is currently in the Channelmember section. Wie viel Decks sollte ein BP skillen? Einer sagte mir 43. Das ist bei fast allen Klassen das gleiche. Du skillst einfach so viel Decks, wie du brauchst, um deinen A-Speed-Wert und deinen Crit-Wert zu erreichen. Und das war's. Und beim BP guckt man hauptsächlich auf A-Speed. Machst Abzug von GT, 15%, guckst, dass du auf 85% Attack Speed kommst mit deinem Gear und Sache erledigt. Quick question. Heart of Fury Knight seems to be only be brought up for one hand 1v1. Can two-hand swords not use Heart of Fury? No, two-hand swords are Sword Cross and one hand is Heart of Fury. This is basically the way it's designed. Alles immer mit. Wenn du zum Beispiel Potion of Swiftness nutzt für 10% Attack Speed, dann brauchst du weniger Decks etc. Also ihr müsst mal quasi nicht immer irgendwie versuchen, irgendeinen Wert zu kopieren von jemand anders, einfach nur mal kurz verstehen, warum man was macht. Und dann ist es übel einfach, das selber rauszufinden. Ein 100 Attack Speed ist quasi dein Goal. Wie du dahin kommst, ist egal. Und wenn du jetzt quasi mal guckst, ob du es dir leisten kannst, permanent mit Potion of Swiftness zu leveln, dann kann es sein, dass du mit weniger Decks trotzdem eine gute DPS fährst. Bei mir zum Beispiel ist es so, wenn ich ein bisschen weniger Decks hätte und eine Potion of Swiftness anmache, ist meine DPS deutlich höher. Darum habe ich das so gemacht. Und die Potion of Swiftness kostet nicht viel. Das sind nur 100 F-Coins für 10 Stück, das ist richtig günstig. I can't find Star in Guild Search. Well, that's because we are not in Guild Search. I told you to apply. You have to write an application in Discord. And if you fulfill the requirements, one of the kingpins will accept you. If you don't fulfill the requirements, you will be denied. Ah ja, das passt doch dann. Dann musst du quasi nur einen Ringmaster suchen, der mit dir leveln will. Das wird wahrscheinlich schwieriger sein, als die richtigen Stats zu bekommen. Und dann bist du Gucci. Das Problem ist halt, Ringmaster mögen keine 1v1-Spieler, ne? Hätte ich auch nicht gedacht, dass das so krass ist, aber gerade mit dem neuen System so, will ich einfach AFK hinter irgendeinem AOEler herhängen, weißt, und einfach nur Heal pressen für ein bisschen mehr EXP, oder will ich aktiv was machen mit Holy Cross und was auch immer quasi so, aber die Leute sind echt so, nee, bloß nichts machen, so, ich will einfach nur ein Knöpfchen drücken, nicht so viel Action bitte. Okay, Pleak Raw, du musst aufpassen, du bist ein Bildposter, ne? Deine Attack Animation ist viel, viel schneller als die von dem Jojo Jester. Du darfst dich nicht von den Zahlen verwirren oder dich darauf aufgeilen quasi, dass da irgendjemand eine hohe Zahl hat. Relevant ist nur der DPS-Wert. Der eigentliche Crit oder was auch immer ist vollkommen egal. Und BP ist halt was, das hat einen guten DPS-Wert, aber die eigentlichen Crits sind halt nicht so hoch, weil, wie gesagt, die Attack Animation die schnellste ist im Game. Can fast kill ad-hoc 1v1 rival AoE hit and run on leveling? No. AoE was always really good, but based on the balance on this server, 1v1 is really bad. And the reason for this is what balanced out AoE to 1v1 was the opportunity to actually be doing one-hits. Now you cannot do one-hits to the mobs anymore, which basically means that if you cannot do one-hits, you are, yeah, how to say it, dude. You're fucking stuck, man. Like, look how many hits it is. It's 5 or 6 hits. And even if you're doing one hits, a Elementor or hit and run ranger with a decent amount of damage would still be leveling faster. And we are doing 5 to 6 hits. So yeah, we're not even close to being competitive to a AoE character. What class is strongest for PvE? Well, depends what you consider PvE. There's AoE, there's 1v1, there's giant hunting, there is dungeons. There's so many parts of PvE, you need to be more specific. What's class as strongest for 1v1? Blade. Blade is the strongest. Well, I answer the questions in the language they are asked. If you don't like it, you're free to leave. You can ask questions in French if you want to. The answer will be pretty weird, I guess. Schmuck ist plus 16 zurzeit. Wenn wir noch ein Level up gemacht haben, dann können wir auf plus 17 gehen. Weil man muss Level 105 sein, um 17er Schmuck zu tragen. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. If you do not provide enough information, I cannot tell you what you're doing wrong. So either join Discord and post screenshots of basically everything you're seeing, and then people can troubleshoot you, or try to add more information here. 1k F-coin is currently about 25 million Pena. Tendency rising. It did one hit me? How is it possible to one hit me with that HP? That's never happened since we restarted. Yeah, well, I guess we will just not fight the big ones anymore. Fuck it. Hype for that 30% discount. Oh, that 30% discount is in a soul linked shop, and we already mentioned it. Like I was always saying, the game is only pay to progress basically, but yeah, now with the soul linked shop, dude, that is so fucking pay to win. Like if I would be a free to play player and they're putting only one thing in this soul linked shop that I cannot get in any other way that is giving me stats or any advantage, I would instantly quit that game. Like no questions asked, I would immediately quit. Also deine Party sollte quasi maximal voll sein, vorzugsweise. No, I don't give a fuck for this 30% EXP event. If they would have had like some kind of upgrade scrolls or whatever, okay, fine. But like those minor power-ups or such, they're not a big issue. Wait, did I click here? We dropped dice 8. We need to drop dice 6. Someone needs to tell the game. Someone needs to tell the game. inflation and such, to me, has not really a lot to do with pay to win, honestly, because like farming stuff to sell to NPC for money is never like a viable option. This is only good in early game, and it's normal that this will be lost, whatever. But since the for example, prices of dices are rising and all the kind of F-coin values for weapons and suits whatsoever, doesn't mean for me that a free-to-play player, it is good that the prices for F-coins are higher. Because you get a lucky drop basically, you're getting a lot more penya for the drop, which means all the penya things that are implemented in the game will not hit you as hard if the prices for the F-coins are high. So I think it's actually good for free-to-play players if the F-coin value is high. At least if you're farming correctly and you're farming value items. If you're only trying to farm like AoE for like blue items to sell to NPC, of course then it's bad. But then it's not like the F-coin price that's bad, it's just strategy that's bad. What's the order of 1v1 PvE DPS? Highest is Plate, then followed up by Psykeeper, then Bill Poster and Yo-Yo Jester are up there as well, and then you have stuff like Knight and such. Yeah, if like free-to-play doesn't mean you have bad gear. It's just like people don't get, if you're playing an MMO, you either sacrifice basically your life to it and spend like shit tons of time, or you just open your wallet. That's what MMOs are about. MMOs are nothing that is like fair or whatsoever. If you want to play games like this, then go play some strategy games, play League of Legends or whatsoever. MMOs are basically just a replacement of your real life status usually. No. Why would it matter how much the Ambris are costing in raw cash? You're farming giants and you're getting, and like 1 week ago when the F-coin price was lower, you were able to get 10k F-coin for his yo-yo, and you're still able to get 10k F-coins for his yo-yo. So I don't get this point. You're now making more penya with a drop, and you're still paying the same amounts for the penya things. This is a win situation. People are just seeing, oh no, like I cannot buy anything with like the money I get from normal leveling. Well, that's normal. This is only a beginner, a new server beginner syndrome, and this is why I always say, if you're a free-to-play player, make sure that you start games right on the start from the beginning and excel as fast as possible. This makes the life of a free-to-play player so much easier. How much Ancient Shield costs? An Ancient Shield without any weapon shield bonus roll is probably not even worth equipping. So either like equip an NPC shield with a good bonus roll, or go for an Ancient Shield with a max bonus roll, and then you're paying shit tons of money. So probably like 250 mil for a good roll on an Ancient Shield, or even higher. Yeah, but that's the point. Like leveling is leveling. Leveling is not farming. And when a server is new, leveling also equals farming, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. You are leveling, you are farming, you are hunting. As on any other game, it doesn't matter which game, it will always result in leveling is a separate thing. Leveling is never equal to farming. And now at the current stage, with the 105 suits, dude, you can farm EXP, you can level, get EXP, and still farm valuable items with the 105 suits selling at such high prices. This is really good for any free-to-play player. Because you do not have to decide investing your time into leveling or farming. But this margin will always get smaller and smaller and smaller as longer as the server lasts, and then you just need to make the correct decisions and the correct strategy. What is the Soul-Link shop? I think I already explained it. It's a shop that is going to be coming live. You can see it right here. It's Soul-Linked. That's where it's going to be. This means all items you're buying there are soul-bound to your account and can never be traded. And this is why now it is basically a pay-to-win game and not only pay-to-progress anymore. And as soon as they're adding stuff in there that is actually giving you like a huge advantage compared to others that are not caching, they are making like a two-class system, and cachers are like way better than free-to-play players. Dude, I already answered this, Beast Films. If you ask a question, make sure to listen. You don't use 30-day ABIT anymore? No. The baby penguin is my favorite, or like at least one of my favorite CS pets. And since I don't think they will add any of those amazing private server CS pets, that's why I bought the baby penguin. Because I don't think they will add, like my overall favorite CS pet is baby black meteoniker. I really love this one, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to add this anytime soon. Or maybe even never. And I can always still sell the penguin. It's a normal item that can be traded. Warp Run set can be considered endgame for AoE. It depends a bit on your funds. So for example, if you're able to get the Warp Run set to +10, 28% HP and such, it's totally fine for Desert. If you're struggling with your funds, it might be more wise to go for a Nightert set, as this will actually give you a decent amount of potential here. Oh, we actually didn't want to fight the big ones anymore. The list of the items that will first come into the Soulbound store are already there, and this is not what I'm worried about. Like, the current items that are in the store are, they are not worth mentioning. But if they're having this future, they will sooner or later get greedy for sure and add stuff in there that's not supposed to be in there. Can I beg for 10 million, Master? You can try one more time and I'll ban you. No begging or whatsoever in this channel or stream. Are plates ever viable in PvP Siege? Dude, I would consider plates currently, like in the current, like not like in the current balance, in the overall balance, if everyone would have like max gear and such, I would consider plate to be the top 3 class of PvP. It's really strong. The armor penetrate basically nullifies everything that made plate bad, and then you even got the gap closer on top of it. It's like, it's ridiculously good.
Hello.
How would they control overpriced items with a Soul-Link shop? I'm really interested in this explanation. Was geht? Was geht, was geht?
Wieso schaut es so eigentlich, dass ein 104 Jojo-Jester mit Nice Gear jemanden sucht? Wen meinst du damit?
Ich meine schon mich. Mein Damage ist schon nice. Mir fehlen nur 12% Attika, sonst habe ich eigentlich alles, was ich brauche als PvE-Tester.
Wie hoch ist dein Nation-Set jetzt schon?
Mein was?
Nation-Set.
Plus 6.
Ich glaube, plus 6 reicht für PvE, oder?
Ich miss nicht mehr. Ich habe es mit 5 getestet, hat nicht gereicht, 6 reicht, ich miss nicht mehr. Also vielleicht bei 10 Mobs ein Miss oder so vielleicht mal. Das ist nicht mehr relevant, darum werde ich das erst ganz, ganz spät machen. Erstmal PvP-Gear überall plus 10. You reckon Lusakas will be back? I doubt it. I don't think Lusakas will return to this game, since they said there will be no master system. And I'm pretty sure they want to cash out on making Ultimate, so it would be stupid if they would actually introduce Ultimate weapons, if they could make people upgrading for Ultimate instead. It is not illegal to have 2 accounts at the same time. You can multi-client as many accounts as you want. For example, I have currently 3 accounts online. It's perfectly fine. How long does it take to be 120 both pay-to-win players and free-to-play players? This question highly depends on how much you farm and what your F2P playstyle is. For example, if you consider free-to-play someone that is never using Ms, never using power-ups and such, then it would take forever, but that person is also really stupid. You could also consider a free-to-play player someone that is leveling a 70-ish character and was farming historic weapons all the way from the start of the server, all the time. Like, every hour he played in the game, he was farming historic weapons, and I'm sure a free-to-play player that did this has already way better gear than I do, and can catch up and level us through pretty fast on the EXP events, and might even get 120 before I do. Just because I do not have that much time to play, if I'm working.
Yo guys, how's it going?
What's up, Brokey?
I'm not too bad. What about yourself?
How did the salsa taste yesterday?
How's salsa taste? No, it's good, man. I love it. I think there's a cougar there.
Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, I understand you. I wanted more explanation.
Oh, yeah. She's a bit of a cougar, I think, this woman. She likes the younger lads.
Yeah, but are you a younger lad?
Yeah, compared to her, yeah, she's probably mid-50s.
Okay.
I'm early 30s, so...
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like, wait, dude, you're 30, man. You're no younger lad. You're like almost as old as I am.
That's what I mean, a proper one. A proper one. She's like, going to the salsa party tomorrow. No. I'm not.
Okay. AoE classes will always be faster to do level 120, be it F2P or Gasher. Yeah, 1v1 is really nerfed, and just, like I've said it before, that AoElers are, with the hurt buff, blocking the spawn now for even longer periods of time. You are not allowed to kill like mobs that the AoElers are pulling. They can basically pull away the whole spawn in front of your eyes, and you cannot do shit, but that's like how it is. It's like, it's ridiculous. You cannot defend yourself or whatever, so pretty weird.
I think they need to put a hard cap on how many mobs you can AoE in.
Yeah, we discussed...
And then just take away that hurt buff so things respawn faster.
Yeah.
Like,
do it like 15 mobs.
I was thinking 20 to 25.
Yeah, 25 is already a pretty huge amount of a spawn. Like in Desert, 25 would be fine, but overall through all spawns, I think that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, like Hopper is good spawns, Mush Boy, good spawns. It'd be big for some of the spawns, definitely. But some of them, it's like even the Glaffen spawns, they're pretty huge.
Yeah, Brad, I cannot say. Like, for me, Opera GX is by far the best browser. It is giving me a constant FPS. So, I don't know. Our people that had, like, not up-to-date graphic cards drivers, they were also complaining about Opera. And as soon as they updated it, it was fine for them. What do you think deals more damage at level 60 without high-end gear, Yo-Yo or Bow? Well, Yo-Yo is always better in damage. Because, like, if you mean no high-end gear, as long as they have equal gear, Yo-Yo Jester is always better, it doesn't matter what gear. Are you ready for Siege tomorrow?
I think so. I need to get my strength rings back off Sin, so I can test them out properly and see what I need to do extra.
I would have to sell so many F coins to actually attempt the +10 upgrade on the set.
Yeah, I'm not +10 in yet.
Oh, I got a +9 at the start of the stream, but it took about
nice.
100 tries.
100 tries?
Yeah.
It's about 20 per piece, so that's a bit worse than average, but it's not too bad, I guess.
It's not too bad, no. I wasn't really complaining, it was decent. The first one was horrible, but then I think the third one got only like in 4 or 5 tries, so it basically nullified each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't see the point of me +9. It doesn't give me anything.
No, but
Really?
+10 gives you 10% HP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I want, man. I want that 10% HP for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But,
I'm gonna save up all the power dice 6 and try and get about 300. Go through the farming because they're gonna go down eventually. The power dice 6, they're ridiculous. On Larwolf, they're 500k.
Yeah.
They sell F coins at double the price. It's crazy. So I think I'm going to save up as much as I can, and then buy the rest eventually.
Well, if you're really thinking that they're gonna go down, then you should not save any. You should sell them all.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'd rather be wrong and have 70 power dice 6 than be, you know what I mean? Like, be wrong and be like, oh, they'd have to buy them for like 2.5 mil.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Lose a couple of mil, I'm happy with that, but don't want to have to buy them. They should go down though, like Power Dice 4. They're almost worthless now.
Yeah, but I already predicted this.
Yeah.
Like, the market is behaving exactly how I predicted it. I just didn't have the funds and the time to stack up on PD6.
Yeah, I was
because I was gone basically all the time where it happened, and then I was back at work and had almost no time due to some stupid meeting going like to almost in the middle of the night. It was ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Almost 16 hours of work in one day.
Oof.
Okay guys, so let me catch up on the chat. That guy on the Discord is British, so he sounds... Your prediction is correct. What are the best classes for Siege? Like top 5? I would say Bill Poster, Psykeeper, Plate, Knight, and Jester. Those all seem really good. Huh?
Knight over RM? Gotta be RM before Knight, isn't it?
I think the question was meant to be like a single thing, like a single ranking. Because
okay.
Ringmaster itself is useless, but if you pair Ringmaster with good players, Ringmaster is the best class in the game. But
Yeah,
by
definitely,
itself, they are bad.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
Yeah. They're only as good as the person that they're teaming with. Is it common for AoE specs to respec to only one once they hit 120? Yes. I don't think any AoE player will stay AoE once they hit 120, because there's no reason to do it. Like, what are you doing at 120? You're either farming a couple of giants, or you're doing some kind of dungeon runs or whatsoever. But other than this, what would you do? Do you farm mobs to gain money? I don't know. That seems really bad. They're probably more into reselling whatsoever. And most players, once they're 120, if they are PvE players, they will most likely pause the game until there's an update. They usually don't continue playing.
It's for Siege, isn't it, usually?
Yeah. Like the PvP players, they will continue playing and try to min-max their gear and such like this. They are busy way more longer than a PvE player. They are also not shouting for like updates as fast because they want to enjoy their min-maxed gear for a while. And now if we are actually getting a Wednesday siege with 2 sieges a week, you also have to farm quite a bunch to maintain all the power-ups all the time. So that will also be a challenge probably for some players if you do not have as much time.
That's a way you could do it, stay AoE just to farm.
If earning money as a full support Ringmaster, well, if you're supporting someone, they're supposed to give you at least something. Like for example, if I'm playing with Ringmasters from my guild, I will always try to, what's it called? To help them with their PvP gear. This is what I do. And if I'm playing, for example, with Sipes, you can ask him, like whenever we teamed up together, I just gave him some of the set parts that we are dropping, so he can sell them for penny.
What do you think's a good Paradise 8 price at the moment?
1 mil.
PD8?
Oh, PD8, 400k is good. 450k is something you can find in the city fairly easy, and 500k you will find a lot of.
Yeah. I'm struggling to find 450k at the moment ones.
Torfel is no one-man army in Siege. He has a permanent Ringmaster only teaming with him. No, not even close to being a one-man army. They are currently playing the most powerful team comp at the current state of the server. What class will you go for after hitting 120? None. I never play multiple classes. I always only play one. The only reason for me to level a new class would be if we're doing some kind of stream event where basically the community decides on how we level it and whatsoever. Or maybe doing a free-to-play class to 120, so people like stop complaining about pay to win and such. But first I want to beat 120 and have maxed out PvP gear, and then we can do some fun stuff like this. Sell, buy F coins. That's a good shout, Madara. Good shout. Hysteric stuff +8. If you're buying one at the current state, try to find one with Winfield damage percent, a high damage percent, and then I guess it's going to be about 15k at the current values. But really try to find Winfield damage percent rather than rolling it yourself. It's really hard to roll on mages.
I always drop Earthquake card. Always.
Irgendeiner shoutet, dass er sich für 30 Mio kauft.
Die 4% Dinger, also.
Nein, die 7%.
Schön, wenn ich die droppen würde.
Kann ich droppen, aber kann ich konverten, wenn du die ganze Zeit droppst.
Ich brauche 4%, die habe ich nicht.
Also das Verhältnis ist so weird. Ich habe vielleicht 2 Volcano 4% gedroppt, über 20 4% Earth und so circa 7 Light 4. Und Ocean weiß ich gar nicht. Aber das Verhältnis ist halt so, das ist nicht mal 1:1. Sie haben safe so eingestellt, dass Light die geringste Droprate hat.
Nein, das ist RNG.
Oh, let's see if I get my rings to +17 then.
Or did you level reduce them?
No, not yet. I will do.
Yeah, if they're 17, you need to be
I need
95.
to be 105, yeah.
If you're able to +10 it and give it 7% cards, then I would go with the Archon set and not bother with the Bilst. If you cannot afford a high upgrade, I would rather go Bilst as soon as you enter the desert.
Else has got so much more defense. It's nice.
Are you using Bilst or Archon to AoE?
Against at the moment, but I'm starting to feel it just at Galfs. I need to. Whereas with Bills, I know it would be so much better.
Yeah, Barman, for example, did it with the 90 set, and he just used the what's it called, +10 element on the suit and the element defense stones.
The element. I didn't think about the element defense stones. To be fair, I should have thought about that.
And this is fairly cheap. And for example, if they're not allowing switch, then I will probably just make an MP suit for the Arcant and call this my ratio set.
Yeah. I'm going to walk away while it's upgrading because I hate watching it.
Yeah, the last time I walked away and was taking a shit on stream, then I had 120 fails on the fucking jewelry.
To plus what?
From 12 to 13.
120?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, the second part was only 100, was slightly better.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even happen. That's like...
I would say I'm currently around 40k F coins in depth due to having higher than average upgrade costs.
Really? What? That's crazy.
That's not going well.
Alright, let's leave this to go. Be right back.
I really need the pity system. Buying Power Dice 8, 60 pieces for 1k F coin. Schnittlauch, bestes Obst ever. Ist Schnittlauch Obst, Alter?
Nein, das sind Kräuter.
Hm.
Was sagt das denn?
Jetzt hat eine Knolle so, ne?
Und?
Keine Ahnung.
Nee, Schnittlauch nicht, Frühlingszwiebeln, aber Schnittlauch doch nicht. Frühlingszwiebeln sind doch so Knollen, aber Schnittlauch ist doch keine Knolle.
Ist nicht eine Knolle zum Einpflanzen?
Nee, ich glaube, das ist Frühlingszwiebeln, was eine kleine Knolle ist.
Ja, also klar, so dass man es, die sieht man ja auch gerade, die isst man ja. Also ich finde es zumindest am geilsten davon zu essen.
Jo.
Interessant. Andere Namen für Schnittlauch sind Binsenlauch, Graslauch, Prieslauch, Grusenich, Jakobszwiebel, dann wäre es quasi wirklich eine Knolle. Das ist der Gattung Lauch. Schnittlauch wird auch als Gewürz verwendet.
Was war das? Gattung rosa Pony?
Was?
Das war die Gattung rosa Pony?
Nein, weiß ich nicht. Ich hab heute, oh Gott, Alter, richtig peinlich. Ich habe heute einfach Lauchbrötchen gesagt in einem Arbeitsmeeting. Ich weiß auch nicht, warum ich das gemacht habe.
Lauchbrötchen?
Ja.
Warum?
Ja, der eine hat irgendwas schlecht gemacht und ich habe halt gesagt, also so ein Lauchbrötchen. Ja.
Ist er wieder arbeiten jetzt?
Hä?
Wieder arbeiten?
Ich?
Ja.
Ja, es ist halt Montag. Sonst wäre ich nicht 105, wäre ich 110.
Ah, okay.
What is Siege build for knights? There are a lot of different siege builds for knights, and I will make guides for all of them. But they will stay channel membership exclusive. They will not be publicly released. Yeah, once you're 105, you're basically running out of all kinds of quests and stuff like this. So there's not a lot you can do anymore. There's a 1 at 106, 1 at 109, and 1 at 113, and that's it. So basically, once you're 105, you are entering the really, you're actually starting the grind territory. To 105, it was fairly easy, and now we're starting the grind. Yes, a channel membership is the same as a Twitch subscription. You're just getting more out of it. So like on a Twitch sub, you're basically getting some emotes and whatsoever, or like a badge. And if you're doing a channel membership on YouTube, you're also getting emotes and a badge, but you're getting access to all the unreleased videos and such like this. Or like you have access to videos that are going to premiere in like 2 weeks or stuff like this. Und am Wochenende sind wieder EXP-Events. Und ich habe wieder keine Zeit. Das zweite Mal, dass ich die kompletten Events verpasse. Okay guys, when the M's are out, I sadly have to go cooking. Even though I would like, now that I have found a ringmaster, I would really like to continue playing. But friends are coming over and I might be too wasted later to play, I'm not sure yet. Oh yeah, I really enjoy cooking, but it's really hard to find a ringmaster if you're 1v1. And if you find one that is actually like doing what he's supposed to do, then it's always sucks to have to stop leveling. I buy the most in the game when I'm wasted. Well, my funds are not as big. I only have like 200 million at the moment spare. Or not spare, it's like part of the cash I need to get my set to +10.
Cost a bit more than it should have, but it's all good.
What did you say?
I said it's cost a bit more than it should have. Well, my upgrades, but it's all good.
You got your rings to +17?
Yeah, +17, yeah.
Both?
Yeah.
How many tries?
About 230-ish.
Okay.
So a bit more than average. I think it should have been about 170 for average, but yeah, it's not too bad.
At least you got it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So let's give Sipes an item for support and then we will go for dinner. I'll trade him. Okay guys, I will have to, it was only a short stream today. I hope you still liked it, and next stream we will probably start out with a jewelry +17 upgrade, because now that we are 1 of 5 we can wear the +17 jewelry. So see you tomorrow.